Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're back on this Northants rebuild episode 2, and today's the first day we really tried to get stuck into some data to work out what players we're going to do, how good or bad our team was, and we know from the season we just had we're a mid-tier Division 2 team at best with the lowest amount of batting points going round. Royal London Cup, we choked a little bit, we should have gone through there, but the Blast was an absolute calamity, which I'll show you. We were pretty much the worst team going around. So this will be available for you to download in the link below, and this is all the stats from the first season of the campaign. Our team went an average 29.34 with the bat, which overall when you look at the county championship the average is 30.49. That's for all players, not just the top 6 players, so I think we had a relatively poor season in the county championship. No double hundreds to our name, which is a big issue for me. Rob Keogh scored 1,000 runs. Gay and Vasconcelos look pretty good. So there's your 1, 2 and 3. But then you've kind of got to go, what do you hang your hat on? So there's a stat that I like to use, which is called performance plus average. So that is how much better you are for the matches you played in. So we can see Rob Keogh is a 1.17, so he's 17% better than the match top 6 average. It's generally how it works out. Vasconcelos and Gay are bang on average. Pretty much for most things. For average, below on strike rate, balls per out slightly above, balls per boundary slightly below, average value of boundary. The only kind of shining thought here is Emilio Gay had a reasonable season but didn't convert. He scores his hundreds at a less rate than the league average. 3.57% of his innings were 100, whereas Vasconcelos went and scored 100. So Emilio Gay has got time on his side. He's a young player. He's going to be able to develop. Vasconcelos, again, is a young player, but went and scored 200s. If he can score 300s next year and top 1,000 runs, we're on to a good one. But then we kind of ran into a lot of problems. Karen Nair, I'm pretty sure neither of them showed enough from an overseas perspective that makes you go, these are the 2 overseas players I want going forward. But we did see some youngsters coming through. Jaeger Bomb was coming through. He played 5 games and scored 500 runs, an average of 55 with 100 to his name. I think that is a mighty fine effort for the Jaeger. Hundreds per innings, 10%, that is exceptional. The league average is about 3.5%. So he had a good season, but that's 4. Maybe 4 of your top 6. So we're looking for a couple of batters to come in and really bolster us. Safe Zabe was superb with the bat, 747 runs. You put that in with his wickets, that's a very reasonable start. The Blast was an absolute cluster. 141 strike rate and an average of 21 is league average. We scored at 131 and an 18 average. So we were incredibly poor. Only Emilio Gay topped 300 runs. Bartlett with 200 runs. Shaw with 200 runs. Like, there's a lot of average stuff going here. Rob Keogh with a strike rate of 98 is absolute criminal. Shaw and Bartlett's strike rates, to me, get them out of trouble. Emilio Gay's 127 is reasonable. But Sakanda Raza, that's not good enough. Vasconcelos with the balls per out of being every 10 deliveries is not good enough for your opener. It doesn't get us off to a good enough start. In fact, we only scored 750s in all of that time and only had the high score in the match 4 times. So we've got a lot to deal with. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on the top page whose strike rate was better than the game. And like Bapora and Willie, we always score well towards the end. So we've got a huge problem going on there. Whereas the Royal London Cup were actually very reasonable. Pretty Shaw was great. Rob Keogh was great. The Jaeger Bomb, 350s in an average at 41 was really good. I haven't really got concerns there. You've got to go, where's your money in the game? And I think I spoke to you previously going, the money in the game is all wrapped around county championship. You get 130,000 for winning it. You get 140,000 for winning the Blast. But for winning the Royal London Cup, you only get 20. So you got to win your championship or Blast. With the bowlers, they did pretty well. An average of 29 on the season. And I thought our bowling was okay. That's cross format. If we look at the county championship, it raises to 31, which playing in Division 2, the averages are slightly higher at 32. but I actually thought with the ball we weren't too bad. Scrimshaw was an excellent strike rate bowler, average of strike rate of 37. Got to ask questions about Ben Sanderson. How long is he going to be around for? 36 wickets at 32 is very league average, but a strike rate of 70 is so concerning. Look at that, he's 1 on the performance plus average, so bang in line with good economy rate and poor strike rate, whereas Scrimshaw was a really poor strike rate, economy rate 25% worse, but almost 50% better on the strike rate. To me, that's how you do well in this game. And then there's some other players here. Save Sabe, 36 wickets at 35. I'll take that because he's 750 runs attached to that. Rob Keogh, an average of 38. Yeah, that's okay. So the bowling overall, I didn't feel was a concern. The blast, what were we? Average of 21, strike rate of 14, economy of 8.66. When reasonable. Our batting is woeful and possibly the worst batting team going around the competition. Our average was slightly better, strike rate slightly better, and balls per out slightly better. And you can see it's derived from having a good strike rate. Every single bowler, minus this guy, who's the 5th bowler on the list, White. He played 14 games, strike rate of 22, that's really high. Economy rate of 8.98 is really high. So we need to move on from him. But you can start to build the picture of we're after a couple of good bats in the middle. County Championship, we're after another opening bowler to come in for Ben Sanderson. We've got all-rounders, which is a really good place to be. And we could do with another bowler in the T20 Blast. There's also the option that Ravi Papara may retire. So for us, an 8th, 15th and 15th finish really wasn't going to cut it. So using the Cricket's drafts format, Tom Abel was the best batter in the County Championship. He scored 1,660 points in total, all with the bat. Brett Hutton with the ball, number 1. Sam Cook, who was great for us in the previous save we did with Somerset. We brought him into Somerset, I think it was, or Sussex. Sussex, we brought him into Sussex. He was superb. And a few other random stats. I put some records here as well. So 100 each innings. Rob Keogh, I think it was 4th game of the season against Leicestershire, 111 and 108. Jack Haynes did it, Lewis Deploy did it, Keaton Jennings did it as well. Highest individual score, Peter Hanscom with 287 from 406 balls, Leicestershire against Yorkshire. Again, when you have a look at this, and you've got access to all of these stats, you can cut it by every single competition going. And just seeing, you might want to have a look and see, hey, what sort of player should he be bringing in? Looking at Ducks as well, Ricardo Vasconcelos, 8-ball pair against Yorkshire. This is pairs, sorry. Steve Mullaney with a king pair, out, only faced 2 balls, out twice. Same with Tom Hartley. Quite a few 99s thrown around, Marnus Labuschagne and Robbie O'Donnell in the mix. But quite a few 5 wickets in each innings. Nathan Lyon, Jordan Buckingham, just seeing some really good players there. Mohamed Abbas, Josh De Caires did it. No one against us and no one for us. Best bowling figures, 7 for 12 by Dan Douthwaite. I think I mentioned him and shouted him out in the last one going, exceptional strike rate bowler in this game. Average of 1.71, strike rate 3.43. That's ridiculous. Best bowler in the match, Jordan Buckingham with a 12 for 143. And then this took a bit of time to build, but I think is pretty cool. So this gives you the highest sequences in terms of the whole game. So the most wins in a row, Durham went and won 10 games in a row in the Blast. They won 13 of their group games. Most games without a win was Hampshire. Now, if we look at Hampshire, this is really interesting. They got relegated from Division 1, which I didn't pick up. But in the County Championship, they didn't manage to win one single game. And in fact, went and lost 6 games in a row. Anyway, let's go and have a look to see who is leaving our team. Interesting, the Jaeger with a 176 being the highest score for us on the season. There we go, Ravi Bopara's on his way. And we're actually littered, absolutely littered with overseas players. We've got 309,000 budget remaining. We want us, the Jaeger bomb is 97,000. Honestly, this guy may be the greatest player that's ever played cricket by the end of this. Corbett averaging 40. I think he's worth a little look at, so we'll give him a small contract. Now, Luke Proctor didn't play and he's 36 years old. White is 32 years old. And the question is, are any of these overseas players worth it? I thought Cool was reasonable. I think I want to have a look to see what's on the market. Pretty sure it's the only one I might go at because of his Royal London Cup stuff. And it's not that much, so we're going to say bye to a whole bunch of players. Does mean we've only got a squad size of 20, so we do need to make some signings, and if you know me, I always start with the youth players. So just starting with the youth players, and there's one player that jumps out. There's actually a few that spent underneath, but A. Lacey is looking exceptional. Now he wants about 73,000, but what he is a genuine 3-format player. His 3-day batting average is 42 with a strike rate of 72. 100 strike rate in 1-day competitions at 46. The average is 44 in T20 cricket at a 145 strike rate. That is exquisite and is definitely worth a look at. The other one I want to have a little look at is Pete Irwin. So he's a bowler. So if we just look at his bowler stats, he's worth 24,000 on the contract. 65 wickets at 19 in 3-day cricket. 45 at 15 with an economy under 5. And then likewise under 7 in the T20 Blast. So I think he is worth a little look at as well. So essentially what we've done at this stage is we've looked at the data and we've gone, we really like good young players, but we've still got 100 grand left to spend. And if you can see here, there is a lot of cricketers that are available and some seriously good one. Saki Mahmood with the ball is available. Lots of injuries on this game, but possible. White, who we've just let go. Amar Verdi, who just picked up 55 wickets, but I don't feel like we need a spinner. Will Jacks is available, who is off playing other domestic competitions and T20 competitions for England. Then shut the front door, Jamie Smith is available. He will be a lot of money. I need to go into a different screen to see that, but that's someone to look at. Ryan Patel's available. I think of Surrey fame. Rory Burns is on the market. I want to say it's Rishi Patel from Leicester's on the market, an average of 40. Miles Hammond is available. So I think we've nailed it down to 4. Patel, Orr, Smith and Jacks. In the County Championship, Patel definitely had the better season. Did Jamie Smith go and play any England cricket? Is that why he missed out? He did 2 one-day internationals, so he's obviously, you've seen him in real life, you know he's absolutely immense. Average of 28. RK Patel, he was really good. 68th percentile in runs and 34th in average. 34th in average feels a little low. 1 match top score, 4% hundreds. It's not as good as you would like, so I don't feel there's a clear winner there because I know they've all got bags of talent. Royal London Cup, we lose Smith. Ali Orr was okay, but Patel was exquisite, averaging 74, 100th percentile in runs, so top scorer in the competition, 80th percentile, average 93rd in strike rate as well. And then moving across to the Blast, James Smith must have got injured because he just didn't play a lot of cricket and he didn't perform either. I am sitting here going, I'm about to pass up on Jamie Smith, who's going to be England's next big player, but the stats are telling me different. Patel, not bad. Ali Orr, exceptional in that competition. It's either got to be a county championship decision or a Blast decision. I don't want to go with Ali Orr because I always go with Ali Orr on this game because he's so good. It's either everyone's going to sit there in the comment going, I can't believe you picked Jamie Smith. Didn't pick Jamie Smith. Jamie Smith is 40,000. RK Patel is 51,000. Jamie Smith is 2 years younger. Can wicket keep. Can go on and play for England, which means his contract will be covered. Will Jex is 71, so I can't afford them both. So I'm going to go in on Jamie Smith. He's away with England. Patel wants 51 grand. Ali Orr only wants 36 and he's so young. I'm not going to do Ali Orr because I've signed him. I've gone around the houses. I'm not signing Ali Orr. I'm signing Patel because I feel he's going to be available all 3 formats. Sorry, Jamie Smith. I may regret this. Lace is in. Irwin's in. Patel is in. It does still leave us quite a bit of money to play with. We've got 42,000. We've got I keep looking at Miles Hammond. I actually think Miles Hammond is an exceptional player. I feel like, because we need another batter, but maybe one of these young guys can come in. And there is more players available. Jack Haynes and Lewis Deploy Oh my days, can we raise 46 grand in capital to get Jack Haynes to come in back for us? What about the ball? Baz the leader is exceptional in this game. I think that's Mark Elam's lad as well, if anyone's interested. Sam Cook's available at 44,000. That's a game changer with the ball. I can't pass up a Sam Cook. He's 27. There's a good few years of him being exceptional in this game. And he's accepted. Gives us 23,000 left. Now for 23,000, sometimes you can get a bit of an outside shout on a player. That's going to do us. We've just made sure our budget's sorted. 50 grand, 50 grand, 10 grand. Off season done. So really interesting. Joey Jager is off playing in the Australian competition and in the West Indies T20 competition. Also, young Lacey, who we've just signed at 19 years old, is off playing international cricket. It is a very different looking team going into this season. So Patel, and may I say a young team, 26, 27, 19, 22, 24, 24, 26, 35, 20, 27, 27. Patel comes in to make his debut alongside Vasconcelos at the top. This might change for Emilio Gay. This is changing for Emilio Gay. Lacey on debut alongside Jager, and Justin Broad. I don't think I purchased him. No, he's already a fully fledged cricketer at 23 years of age, playing for Germany and Northants. It wants us to select him alongside Vasconcelos, Saif Zabe, Dave. I'm short of one bowler here, because if we look at last season, Ben Sanderson took 36 wickets. We talked about that. He gave you control but no wicket taking ability, but we did have some players move on and retire. Rob Keogh is unavailable due to injury, so he will come back into this lineup. So it's, what do you do? We could bring in Jaden Seals, but I've decided to go with David Willey at the moment. It gives us a bit more batting, but it does mean Cook, Scrimshaw, Irwin, Willie and Zabe is the bowling lineup. It's going to be a difficult season. We've got we've got Hampshire coming down, and Patel's going up against his old team Leicestershire. We played twice last campaign, a draw, and when we played them at home we actually picked up a 5-wicket win. Leicestershire, a team who, maybe like us, didn't have the best season overall. And the win predictor, all my days, it likes us. And we're off to a great start. A huge 9-wicket victory, 22 points, and the batting lineup, they said we got 60% chance of winning. The batting lineup was very, very good. Emilio Gay failed early, but Patel 50. Probably my fault he got out there against decent bowling attack. Scriven, Mike and Rian Ahmed. Lacey 91 on debut for us. Jager 96. Justin Broad comes in first game for us, scores 53. Saif Zabe scores 100, batting at 7. That is a long lineup. And then Scrimshaw rips through the top order. Top order including Jamie Smith, who we almost purchased. And not a bad one. Lewis Hills in there. Sam Evans is a pretty decent player, but we rip through them. He gets 6 for 37. They then offer some resistance at the top of the order, but we get through them again and knock them off to leave us top. Long may it continue. It's not a... It is a dilemma, actually. Rob Keogh's available to play. Leading run scorer from last season. By far the best player in the team last season, averaging 42, 4 centuries. Can't get him in the lineup unless they're bringing him for Justin Broad. He's kind of like the borderline guy, but it's a drop from number 3 to number 5 in the lineup. And now we do 9 wickets on Yorkshire. And this was interesting because we had the worst day to bat. Day 2 was the worst. That's essentially when we were batting because they batted 88 overs. Some resistance down the bottom. This guy, Yash Vagidia. I've never watched him play, but Sam Cook opened the bowling for us. Big upgrade from Ben Sanderson. No offence to Ben Sanderson, but Sam Cook, and he picked up 6 wickets. Irwin had a good game as well. He picked up the wicket of Joe Root in the first innings and then picked up 4 wickets in the second. So good performance from him. And that dilemma, do I bring in Rob Keogh or not? The answer was yes, that was the right answer, and he scored a well-made 81 to go with Jager's 77, Irwin with 49. Good runs down the order actually. Just good partnership, bolstering the lead. And then we knock off 130 for 1, easy. Lacey's improved his offside batting to the limit. I'm absolutely all over that, son. Now this needs checking because Hampshire didn't win in 14 games last year And they've started this season, they've won a game, played one, won one. Oh, they broke the curse. Quite incredible that they've had such a bad run. Ben Brown, Liam Dawson, James Vince, Nick Gubbins, and this guy, Albert, scored a ton of runs on 2023 for them. Another win batting fourth as well. Jaeger with 53 not out as we go, 100 for 4 to win the game. Albert, I bigged him up, a 35 and a 37, second top scorer going around, but Jaeger top scored in both innings for us. Scrimshaw was excellent, 5 for 71. He just gets on these runs where his strike rate is immense. It's quite incredible, absolutely love it. He's the reason we won this game. Match drawn against Worcester. Not a bad Worcester team, but not an outstanding one. Nathan Smith's been a great signing for them in real life and was great on the game in season number 1 as well. Roderick with a ton, and he held on for 30 not out at the end. It was a slow going sort of game. We got 265, no one really doing much except a bit of resistance from Scrimshaw and Irwin. Really got us out of trouble. We did declare here, maybe batted too long, but I was worried about losing the game. Not just an interesting performance, none of the batters going on and making more than 50. Jay Broad's improved his front foot batting to the limit. We still have one move available, so Vasconcelos averaging 27, Patel averaging 20. Expected more out of Patel, especially playing in Division 2 where he's been playing previously. But with the ball, no concerns at all, looking good. Middlesex managed to re-sign Loose Deploy. They've also got Agarwal opening the batting. The same Agarwal who scored 2,000 runs in all competitions last year, an average of 42 overall. Another game, another draw. Agarwal does well with a couple of 50s. They just kind of outclassed us. The Jaeger scored the first century for us this season. We desperately needed a century to try and get the batting lineup going. Although it's okay, there's been a significant lack of big scores from the top order, which is something, oh my days, the team's been decimated. Jaeger, Lacey and Irwin all on England ODI duty. That means Ben Sanderson's going to play cricket for us again. Old Keogh move up the order. Justin Broad comes back in. And young Corbett will get a run out as well. It does also mean we did some good recruiting, found the best players. And pretty good to see young guys doing well, particularly Jaeger, who came through our youth academy. What an effort that is. We've just batted out 135 overs to save the game. We were chasing like 400 and something crazy. We had a 0.5% chance of winning. We didn't win, but everybody dug in. Safe save was 64. Oh, just after he just took 5 for 11 in the game. Glamorgan dominated. The Ben Sanderson thing came in and we just lack a bit of strike rate up top. Sam Cook's not really looking penetrating. And this is the other end of George Scrimshaw when he's not firing through teams. Really expensive. So we were behind the 8 ball all game, but we just did enough. Patel scored over 100 runs in the game, which is a good thing for us. We desperately needed it. And an England team that had Irwin and Jaeger. Jaeger went and top scored and got man of the match in a game they won. And Irwin 2 for 67, not bad. We can't have Rob Keogh in the team with his 98 strike rate and 10 with the ball. That's shocking. So I think we're going to give Finnan a go. I like having 4-seamers in my team. Batting feels light, but I haven't got many options because 2 of our stars are already away and Keogh's not the sort of player that can play in this format. So, it's going to be hard. It's possibly the hardest part of the rebuild, I think, is getting our T20 team together. Right, I don't know if this is a flash in the pan, but this went okay. The power play was really good. We got a big 72-run partnership at the top from Vasconcelos and Gay. Broad batted well. Bartlett scored at a 209 strike rate, set us up for a decent score of 191. And with the ball, well, Sam Cook and Ben Sanderson. You know, I'm all about pace off here. Pace off working. Scrimshaw 2 for 27. Finnan came in 2 for 26. Like, if we can keep that up, we've got some sort of chance. Nah, lose to Durham. Durham's a good team. Bowling attack superb. Mark Wood, Baz the leader, Ben Ray and Bryden Cast. Not many better T20 bowling attacks going around than that. But the team is about to get a boost. The Jaeger bomb is back. Lacey is back. And I think we've got to give Irwin a shot at T20 cricket. His 7.20 economy rate in his career is exceptional. we're going to give him the new ball. Poor old Ben Sanderson, done nothing wrong, done a great job. Yes, see you, mate. Bring back your England players, they said. It'll help, it said. Yeah, you're right, it did. Lacey, 49 out of 37, 132 strike rate, but save, 21 off 8 to win us the game. In a game we bowled them, 128 for 8. I was about to say bowled out, it wasn't bowled out. Sam Cook was great up top. Got Harry Kane and David Lloyd, dangerous players, but reasonable performances throughout. Safe save, look at that. David Willey, 13 dot balls. Massive 48 run DLS win. They actually needed about 60 to win off the last over. Great bowling. Scrimshaw 3 for 5 off 2. Too good for them. It got overcast, it got hard, and Lacey with another 50. Absolutely smashed Leicester. 184 for 6. Vasconcelos with 70. Highest score of the season, all format. And if we look at how he went last year, high score of 38. 200 runs at 14 and a strike rate of 136. And then with the ball, Irwin and Cook are both bowling 3 overs straight through. Economical and high strike rate. Damage everywhere. Another win. We're on a roll. We got a little bit out of jail at this. Pretty poor up top. Jaeger, well, his T20 record, excellent one-day record for England, FYI. But his strike rate of 128 is very calming at the moment for us. Lacey with a runner ball. Broad did pretty well. But again, bowling, look at them. 5 for 65, 4 for Irwin. Yeah, smashed by Durham. Won the toss, bowled first, bad decision. Alex Lees bats well with a 153 strike rate for his 86. 5 played a miss, 3 catchable shots, chances everywhere. But Finnan, Zabe, Willie, Irwin didn't quite click with the ball. And Mark Wood blew away Jaeger and Lacey in the middle. The absolute steam engine of this team. We also find ourselves at a really interesting point in the blast. 7 games down halfway through, 5 wins, 2 losses. And if we look at how we did last year, 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw at this stage, and then we lost our form. It's a big game this against Warwickshire. Lose with 2 balls or 1 ball to spare. They knock off 175. We are just in a little bit of a funk here. Jaeger's just a little bit out of form for my liking. Lacey's not scoring the runs that he was. And with the ball, well, Irwin was good, but lack of wickets up top. And Jaeger, Lacey and Irwin are back on the way, and India have won the Test World Championship. What a win. We're back in the championship and we are back in action, baby. Emilio Gay with a really well-made 103. Excellent innings, first one of the season for him. Broad with a 50. You know what? Since he came into the team, he's been respectable. 41 with the bat in the championship, 24 in T20 Blast. But the story here was we won the toss, we batted. Day 2 was a washout, except for the 33 overs Cook and Sanderson bowled through with all the interruptions and picked up 5 wickets each. We bowled them out for 55. Follow on, they then bowl again for about another 5 overs each, and Cook ends up with 10. Yeah, back to the blast. We're struggling for team here. Vasconcelos scores 50. It's another defeat. We're on the slide. We're doing the same thing we did last year. And unfortunately, we've not got many options to try and just stem the bleeding. I bought in a Lewis McManus because he's got a better strike rate. But maybe I'm better off going with one of these young lads. But averaging 14 in second team cricket just isn't going to do it. Rob Keogh is going to come in. Vasconcelos can take it. Keogh 142. He's got to be better than a 98 strike rate last year. Surely he's not. Bloody hell, that was embarrassing. They get 175. What do we like about it? Sam Cook with 4. That's what we like. But the bat, oh my days, we're struggling so much. Keogh, Broad, Gay first ball. It's a good bowling attack. Brett Hutton, Josh Tong, Calvin Harris, Lynn Patson White. Lots of spin going on. Also, I think the most underrated part of this whole campaign is Ben Sanderson and his resurgence just in general. Once again going to be dropped though. Amazing. Back up to a 3.5 star rated team now. This is a good Yorkshire team. This is where Ali Orr ended up. He ended up at Yorkshire. Orr, Bairstow, Dewell Brevis, David Milan, Finley Bean, Don Bess, Fisher Code, Dan Moriarty is an excellent T20 player. This is a tough game. And we win. We win! Emilio Gay was 75, but Vasconcelos lost that first ball. Lacey got a golden duck. He's been the golden child for us in T20 cricket. Yeah, didn't quite work out for him today, but we muster a 186. Good score, really. And then it was Irwin. 11 dot balls, 2 for 15. He went for 3 runs, I think it was, in the power play. 1 run, 2 run, 3 run, 4 run, 5 run, 6 run, 7 run, 8. Okay, 9 runs in the power play, but going at 3 and over, it's just outstanding. And smashed Derbyshire. Pretty good, actually. 182 for 9. Jaeger and Gay, they put on a load, 119, and then you can see the conveyor belt of wickets. I was just trying to belt the ball, try and get up to 200. That partnership in the middle was absolutely brilliant. We did have the odd dip towards the end, but a good, really good last over with 20 runs coming from it. Sam Cook scoring a 6 and a 4 off his 3 balls, but Emilio Gay's turned round. His T20 Blast career, I'd say career, we're only 1 season down, but again, put us in a good position. Wickets early doors against this Derbyshire team means we've won 7. And just for the record, we won 5 last year. I can't believe we've lost this. They needed for a 14 off the last over with 1 wicket left. And old Corey here has just gone and smashed 3-4s on the trot. We lose to Leicestershire by 1 wicket. What a finish. With 6 runs to win, Cook takes the final wicket. We bowl Sussex out for 2-3-5, win by 5 runs. Lacey with a ton, Jaeger with a 50, Patel with a 50, Gay with a 50, Patel with another 50 in the game. But this was a tight one. Irwin with 7 wickets. The bowling attack was seam heavy on a spinner wicket. Zabe did okay, picked up some wickets here and there, but wins like that win you the title. As Jaeger Bomb and Irwin are both off to play the test team, which leaves a massive hole for us in our lineup. And weirdly, we had the county championship game, and now we've just got 1 game left of the season of the Blast, and we smash a pretty good Lancashire team. Vasconcelos continues. Hello, runs. Remember me? And what was interesting here, we were struggling a little bit. David Willey at the last 3 balls for 6, so we scored 18 off the final over, gave us a respectable score. But the Ben Sanderson train. Ben Sanderson's finish is a 1 format player. He doesn't do it for us. His strike rate's horrendous. Hello, reality. Look at this in the Blast. 9 wickets, strike rate of 11, average of 14, economy under 8. Getting it done every single game. And we're into the next round where we will play Surrey. Yorkshire topped our group. We only just made it through 8 and 6, but 8 and 6 is still through. Surrey top of the other group. And England, well, they beat India by 1 wicket. They made a load of changes, and India beat England. Duckett with a ton. Jaeger on test debut scoring 12. Irwin with 17. Irwin then goes and takes 2 for 73. The Jaeger scores 26. And Irwin 1 for 12 as England lose. Here we go, quarter-final night, Surrey. First opportunity at silverware. No, it's not. But get into finals day. That's what you've got to do. We do have some concerns. Patel is an absolute walking monstrosity at number 3 for us right there. I don't think we change anything with the ball. We're so short on batting. But somehow it just seems to be working just enough. It's a Surrey team with Jason Royce, Jack Haynes went there, Laurie Evans, Ben Folkes, Dan Lawrence, Clark Overton, Saki. Oh my days, this is a lineup. That is an international quality lineup. Probably top and bottom in stages. Okay, well, you know you're in a bad position where win predictor is 0. And we lose by 55 runs. Their batting was just way too strong. Jack Haynes went bonkers. So did Jason Roy. Dan Lawrence with some fireworks down the order. Cook, Sanderson, Scrimshaw, Finnan, all going over tense. David Willey, the best of the bunch. And batting, we would never, not at one single stage was we ever near them. Oh, but we do get a new youth team player. Jay Burton's been called through. Wicket keeper, like a bit of that. Oh indeed, 52 with the bat in the 3-day competition. 1,000 runs, 1 century. That might be a bit of a red herring. 24 in 1-day cricket, 30. Oh, no, it's not going to work. You're really looking for averaging 40 in one-day cricket, and then T20 cricket for me, strike rate, average 25 plus, strike rate 140 plus. What a win. This is a great, proper, good game of cricket. Patel and Gay, this is the run chase, 260 off 94 overs, all on the last day pretty much. But look at the pitch, erratic turning conditions, and we managed to get it done. 213 plays 213, so it becomes a shootout. Scrimshaw 6 for 77. They were looking really good in this. Eddie Byron batted well. Bevan batted well in the first innings, but Patel's 80 gets us through. Undefeated from 9 in the championship. And he's back in the England Test team again. And Durham have gone on and won the Blast. Interesting final win by 5 runs. Baz the leader, he was up for grabs. Signed him in the Sussex save last year, so I didn't want to sign him again. But they score 150 and defend them against Surrey and pretty sure in their team. Haynes, Pope, Wadira, Folks, Roy, Clark, over. Oh, it's such a good team, and they managed to beat them. Kudos. Ben Sanderson's magic, he wears a magic hat. This was looking all the money like a draw. They were batting quite cruisy on day 4 until Ben Sanderson took 4 wickets and just absolutely rinsed them. They were cruising. Where is it? It was around here, 34 to 41 overs. I think that's it. No, when did Sanderson come on? He came on here. He went wicket. Scrimshaw went wicket. Sanderson with a wicket. Sanderson with 2 wickets in an over. We blew them away, and we just knocked off 125 for none with Emilio Gay and Patel and Vasconcelos. The rise and rise of Vasconcelos. Now we're averaging 26 in the county championship. I can't get too far ahead, but he does score centuries. It's another massive win. Some of our wins this season have just been 9 and 10 wickets off the back of 150 runs in the game by Ryan Patel. Excellent knock, 127 in the first innings. His season for the lacklustre black stuff has been exactly what we wanted. 800 odd runs, average of 40. Finally got a ton. With the ball wickets just spread around quite nicely actually, but Ben Sanderson, he's an economy master. So Jaeger's taken to test match cricket like a duck to water. 123, 189, 73, 92 not out. Now averaging Bradman 99. As we say goodbye to most of our team, Jaeger, Lacey, Patel. Oh, Patel's gone, no. Cook, Willie, we are going to be short, but potentially can still get a relatively decent side out. Vasconcelos and Gay, Keogh at 3, Broad, Miller, who did alright for us last year. McManus comes in for a rare game for us. He doesn't play a lot of cricket. Sales comes in again. Irwin and Sanderson, Scrimshaw and Finnan. So it's not horrendous. We are... Rob Keogh's our first choice spinner. That's a thing. His 6 wickets at 67 last year. Sales 3 at 47. Sanderson 9 at 39. We're short of players. And we have an absolute stormer first game of the season. Win by 6 runs. James Sales. Remember the name. 103 off 106. When we were 5 for 46. 6 for 66. And then him and Irwin went and put on 158. Incredible knock. Irwin takes 3. Sales 1 for 46 as we go and win. Lancashire up next. Fakir Zaman, George Balderson, Josh Bohannon, Sherry Iyer, Rory Burns, George Bell, James Wharton, who's a decent player on the game he was last year. Their batting is stacked. Oh my days, we lost by 99. Their batting lineup, they scored 322. Our bowlers weren't horrendous. It was the increase at the end was just too great for us to actually deal with. Sherazaya with 93 off 78. That was kind of... And Rory Burns 48 off 31. That was kind of broke us. I'm actually going to make a change for this one. Ben Sanderson's going to come out. Scrimshaw's going to take the new ball. I'm going to play another spinner. It's going to turn. We're at Siderbad. Oh my days, look at these teams. Warner and Renshaw. Leach and Bashir, no wonder it's turning. We gave it a good go. David Warner with 125 with only 1 played and missed. Pretty chanceless. We did manage to get Matty Renshaw first ball. Spinners did reasonably well for us. They were less than 300. He gave us a chance. But Vasconcelos and Rob Keogh were going really well here, put on 100 partnership, and I just tried to increase the run rate too much too soon. And now we start capitulating. Glamorgan give us the thrashing, 6 for 52 for Irwin, but our batting is just not good enough. You would have thought Vasconcelos, Gay, Keogh and Broad would be okay. 4 players don't win you a game. But sometimes they do. The top 4 bat, the top 4 winners the game. Keogh was 70, Vasconcelos was 70, Irwin with another good 3. This is reasonable. It's a win. We're 2 for 3. You got to win 5 to go through, really. So we're up against it. Even more up against it when you can't defend 300. A really good effort with the bat, to be fair. Broad, Keogh, Gay and Vasconcelos scoring runs, and then the usual, hey, no one else in the team can bat. But Coochie and Kane Williamson, this is where it's at. Other teams have made better overseas signings, and it really impacts the Royal London Cup on the game. It doesn't in real life, but it does on this, and it's affecting us. So, although it's the smallest prize pool going, I'd rather not be bottom. I'd still rather not be bottom as we lose again. Vasconcelos with some good runs. Corbett with his first meaningful contribution to the team. Good effort that, because he's been given a couple of opportunities in his career, never done anything. Now he goes and scores a 50. But we won't cement ourselves as the worst team in the competition, which is good. Corbett with an 88 not out gives us the win in the final game. That's a good performance as we finish next to bottom. Also worth noting, 18 wickets at 18 for Irwin. He's too good for that. He won't play in that competition again. And it all stems down to the county championship. Defending champion Durham in Division 1 with a win can take themselves within about 3-4 points. Kent and Essex looking like relegation candidates. But for us, it's us against Yorkshire. More so, it's probably us against ourselves and our inadequacies around the bat. And congrats Middlesex. They look like they're going for back-to-back wooden spoons. Justin Broad's been pretty poor for us here. So I think I'm going to go with an exceptional change and reward young Corbett, who's just started to find a bit of form in the Royal London Cup. You're playing in the Championship with 3 games to go and the chance to win a title. Yikes. Look at that. Start of the game, overcast, rain, definitely not favourites. We get past Leicester in a game that after this first innings had us down at a 2% chance of winning. We bowl them out for 112. Scrimshaw and Cook roll through them. We get 281 again. Batting lineup somehow not quite working, but bowling lineup somehow working. And it puts us a massive 34 points clear with 2 games remaining. And Lacey's on his way to play for England. Leicestershire. Oh man, Leicestershire's such a team on this game. They are always popping up winning competitions. They did on 2023 for me. They have most of their first team available for the Royal London Cup. And they just perform every single time. And here, 286 against a team that's smashed 300 and knocked off against us. And they do it. Treveskis, Rian Ahmed, 44 off 30. And they pick up a victory and some silverware. And we've done it. We have gone and won the title. We've beat a decent looking Yorkshire team with a Rota Bairstow, an Aliora and a Bean in the mixer. Patel and Vasconcelos got us off to an excellent... Vasconcelos. Patel and Gay got us off to a great start. Vasconcelos with 84 down the order. And then pair of centuries. Zabe and Vasconcelos saved the day. 222. They'll talk about that for years at Northants. We bowled them out for 354. It's enough. It is enough. We're 25 points clear. And with 1 game to go, it's amazing that we've been able to do this, because Jaeger's averaged 76, but I think that includes his test match stuff. He averaged 68 for us. Lacey only averaged 38. So we've done this on a middle order of Corbett, Keogh, Broad, averaging 22, 30, 13, a 38 for Lacey when he's available. It's not been exceptional. It's been the rebirth of Ben Sanderson, 36 wickets at 21, Scrimshaw 58 at 23, Sam Cook 49 at 25. It's the bowling that's won us the title, 41 at 22 for Zabe when he's been needed. It's been so good. We've got one last hurrah, and what could be an undefeated season. Absolutely not. We get battered by Sussex. They score a lot of runs. 346 from Tom Alsop and James Cole's great young player, 260 he scores. We don't score enough. Keogh with a ton, Vasconcelos with an 80, but it doesn't matter. 4 points has done it. Northants are top of the pops. Northants are going back to the big time. So what you'll see next time is the team rankings come more prevalent. So the team rankings are worked out on a 3-year basis. So it's a rated point system, essentially, where your rating is out of 100. 100 is max, and year 1 and year 2 are worth 4 points, and then the third year drops down to only being worth half. Yeah, only worth half. So they become more prevalent, and you get to see whereabouts you're going. I'll get all the stats updated, but incredibly, it is a positive year in season number 2. We are going back to the big time, replacing Kent and Essex as well. Gloucestershire staying up, Middlesex the wooden spoon, Leicestershire winning the Royal London Cup with Middlesex. Did they get? No, they didn't quite get the wooden spoon. Yorkshire and Warwickshire were worst. And in the blast, Derbyshire terrible, Essex terrible, and Durham getting it done. 2 titles for Durham. County Championship year 1, Blast year 2. We'll see you next time.